Last night, a little before 10 o'clock, we all ate supper, sitting in the tent, kind of winding down, doing a little bit of glassing, and Drew spotted a caribou, and we all got out our binos and pulled out our rifles and spotting scopes, started checking them out, and we saw there's a bull and a cow, so we watched them for a little bit. They were out there to the south of us, way out there, and they were kind of heading this way, but more moving northwest towards the Ivy Shack, way up there. So Drew decided he's gonna take the riverbed and get down there and run way down so he can intersect them. So me and Brian stayed in the tent because who knows what the caribou were gonna do. Could have came right towards us. So thought we had our bases covered. We were watching them and watching them. They're getting closer. And after 5 minutes or so, we looked, and Brian could see Drew, and he wasn't down far enough. And there's nothing we could do, though. We didn't have walkie-talkies, no cell phone reception up here. So we were just kind of sitting there with nothing to do. So I decided I was going to go down to the riverbed and try to go way past Drew, see if I could catch those caribou. So that's what I did, is I grabbed my gun, got out of the tent, and went down to the riverbed and took a big run. See the tent up top. I ran down the bank here and took this whole shoreline all the way down. Crow flies, it's 500 yards. Felt like about half-mile run. Sprinted the whole thing. All I had was my 270. Grabbed that and took off. Tried to head off the caribou. There's a bull on a cow. You can see it's way down there. You can see it goes left. And there's a little bitty island. You can see it or not. But it's a little past that. Some more. And that's where I saw him. Here's some of the nasty stuff that you had to walk on or run on. Some of the stuff you can't get close enough to the water, so you gotta climb up on the bank, try to hoof it out. Right here we're at about the halfway mark. Got about 250 yards up there to where I shot my caribou, right around the bend. There it was at. See, it's pretty treacherous terrain to sprint 500 yards, but that's what you gotta do if you want a caribou sometimes. That's just what I did. Sprint all the way up from there. 250 yards is where we got base camp. All the way down here, get these rocks going real steep on the bank. You're lucky if you can just get a little bit of a foothold right by the water. Long ways, but it's worth it. Straight up there is about the 460, 470 yard mark from base camp, way up kind of by the bend of the river. I ran this whole shoreline after this caribou. Right up here is a bend. Came around this corner, and right here, saw a bull caribou come down off the bank. Came up here a little bit farther. I was gonna come up here by these bushes, and I decided, no way, not worth it. So I laid down right up here, bipod, looked her out, waited for him, stepped in the opening, tried to get him to stop. Nah, he wasn't stopping. So this is where I shot him. 185 yards. Watched him drop right where he was at. just shot this caribou at 185 yards. Here's where I shot my caribou. Shot him with my Howa 270. Got the Hogue stock. It's got the Howa actuated trigger system. Vortex scope 6-24. Did a nice job. Hand loaded shells. Couldn't ask for much more. Right where Drew's at, about where I shot my caribou. This is the 185 yard mark. Like right here we got some blood. Probably our first cracked him. He's coming across. Came from that bank right over there on the tundra. Came down. Thought I was gonna make it across the Iva shack, but 270 bullet got in the way. Couple. Got blood right here. Came across here. Got a couple cracks at him. And here's where he piled up. You got the blood right here. This is where he laid last.